Hello there and welcome back to War Thunder aboard the Challenger to a, well, rather funny video when it comes to my ping and packet loss. And it is just a bit bigger above the minimap, as you can see here, and I think I will talk you through this game because this is not the worst Challenger game that I had. And before I played this match, the match before was with perfect ping and packet loss. Packet loss 0% and ping just 80 to 70, and in the best times of the day where the internet is actually completely unused by other persons, which is the reason for the issues that I have at certain times of the day, it is down to 60 ping, and this is more than acceptable. I think that's really good. You cannot really complain about this. However, then some persons jump simultaneously on the internet and really occupy it when it comes to, I don't know, watching a stream, downloading something, potentially uploading something and screwing over my ping. And this is then the result of this. Now, can I work around this? Unfortunately, where I'm stuck with it currently, not. There is nothing that I can do. Now, there are some short-term solutions, but they are, well, a bit difficult. Now, the best solution that I can come up with is to play at a time of the day where nobody else is there to occupy parts of the internet, or very late at night when everybody is to sleep. And this usually works, but then I have to reschedule my sleeping cycle and also my time of the day where I play. It has nothing to do with the nation, it has nothing to do with the servers that I'm playing on, because even a ping up to 200 is doable. It's really the packet loss and the changing ping that screws me over. And as you can see, it's constantly changing between 500 and 200, and then 20 to 30% packet loss, up to 40, then down to 8, and so forth. So it constantly changes. Now, how do you play with that? Well, to be honest, in most games this sentences me to death when it comes to a clutch situation. For example, watch this. I pull the trigger, nothing happens, and I have to keep it pulled up until the server registered I'm actually shooting, which is 1 second later, than so forth. And at the end of the gameplay we will see a scenario where it kills me. So first kill, skillfully, well, secured, and now let's move on to an ambush position where I usually expect some tanks passing by to farm them and then move on. This is something that I refer to as frontline camping, and so far the response to it was actually not there. It's not something that, you know, other people call spawn pushing or spawn camping, because it's in the middle of the battlefield. It's just a carefully prepared ambush, then killing the enemy and move on to the next ambush, basically. And there you can see how long it took the shell to register, and I have to reverse. Now, the gameplay that you see chittering is not a problem of the recording. This is how I actually see it in game, and I think it's just interesting for some of you to see it, for where I have to struggle sometimes and cannot play as much as I used to in the past. And yes, those sound issues and all this is original from the recording, from the gameplay. So it's not a recording problem. Keep that in mind. I can really distinguish between sometimes recording issues, ping issues, packet loss issues. I think I've played, you know, literally months with those issues sometimes, and I've learned to distinguish them, to sometimes work around them, and so forth. So look at the situation. There is this Leopard A1A1, and he wanted to fake me into shooting him, or trick me into shooting him, and then faking a vulnerable situation. And my AP FSDS actually bounced off the back of his tank because of the extreme angle. So well played to him, poorly played by me potentially. I mark here something with the machine gun to my buddy here in the MBT 70, so that he doesn't run out in front of the gun of the Leopard A1A1. Now he disappears, and this is my time to charge in. And the controllability, where you just jump around on the battlefield, where you get, well, transported to different areas just a few meters to the side or to the front, or for example you break up a wall, for example, on those rocks, because your maneuvers are not interpreted that much. By the way, I gambled here, and this is now how to work around it, because I couldn't warn the MX-1390 that there is a Leopard, so I just used his death to get a shot into the Leopard A1A1, but despite that, and getting away with it, the shot didn't register. This time the Leopard did the critical mistake. He didn't charge right into me using my reload, but he actually positioned himself very unconventionally on top of rocks. He reversed back, I shot his gun breech, then I could follow it up. Another example just comes right up, how to work around the ping, where you don't have this clutch shot engagement, where you can actually give yourself more advantages to have a cleaner shot despite the ping and packet loss. And this is not a guide, this is just how I sometimes do it if I get thrown into a game where previously my packet loss and my ping was okay, because I still want to carry on. Sometimes even despite those things, I can get some funny situations, some scenes that I can use in a tank review. There is, for example, a KPZ-70, and he seems not to really realize that I'm there. So I pop the smoke, and when the smoke is fully deployed, I want to flank him. And this is risky, yes, but I think that he does not really expect me. And there he is, and he reacts too late, and the shot registers again a split second too late. But I had enough reserves in terms of time, 1 or 2 seconds, where I thought even with the bad ping I can, if not kill, but at least cripple him for the next shot. And there was nobody around to help him, and there was nobody on my team around to secure the kill for me. So those are the thoughts. So far we are sitting on 4 kills. That's a pretty decent result. It's not outstanding, but regarding the ping, the packet loss, the issues, the standoffs, I think it's funny to watch it. Now, there are times of the day, again, to repeat it, where I have 60 ping and 0 packet loss, and then I'm playing the hell out of War Thunder. And you know, currently with the spike in player base due to the April Fool's events and bringing back some players to War Thunder with the market and so forth, I think that does not really affect my stuff, my play experience, so to speak, game experience. And there is an issue currently, there seems to be also an issue currently with the US servers, which I have disabled, because the ping was around about 140, but it has always been like that. But you have a base packet loss of up to 5%. Even when the internet connection at my end is perfect, I have to deal with that, and I don't want to deal with that. And a few mouse clicks are everything that it takes to work around this, so I can deal it. And it will not really influence the queue times for this tank, which are, by the way, up to 5 minutes, 6 minutes, despite there being enough challengers to fill a match. But I have no idea. I think the biggest advantage of the Challenger currently, compared to some other tanks in the game, is that it does not have to face the M1 Abrams, because American and British teams always queue together, or at least never against. And this is a big help, because all other tanks are easy to deal with. KPZ-70s and Leopards are basically paper tanks. If you have a decent aim, there are huge hit areas to one-shot them, and the same goes for the T-64B, lower glacis, and also the driver's edge. Basically the same big weak spots that you have. And if you have the upgraded shot, and that, well, this chittering just showed that the shell missed, because this tank actually didn't stand still and he was aware of me. And just in a second I will do the fatal mistake of actually going active into a standoff where the shell just disappears on the rock despite me having not really aimed there. And yeah, the M1 Abrams here to the right thinks that this is alright. So we are approaching the end of the video, little spoilers alert, because I will cut out the rest. And I think it's a bit of a funny video, it's a bit of a bonus video really, because currently I struggle with the videos that I want to do, and well, those planes are loud. this is not the situation. Pay attention. I see him come around the corner. I prepare myself. I want to one-shot him, and the shell goes into the side of the rock, and yeah, then he one-shots me through the big target that is the lower glacis, where you have 11 out of 10 chance to penetrate with the majority of shells in the game. 22,000 silver lines, 4,200 vehicle research points, and that's the end of the match. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I had a good laugh at the match while I played it, despite the ping and so forth. I had an ace match, which is always nice. The income, of course, for top tier tanks, it's pathetic. Nevertheless, if you enjoyed this video, this kind of win and fail at the same time, give it a like. Let me know in the comment section if you have also certain ping and packet loss issues at the moment, how you work around it. Do you think that it is at your end? Do you think that it is at War Thunder's or Gaijin's end? And yeah, let me know in the comment section. And as usual, don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other in the skies and on the battlefields of War Thunder.